Every black in Nebraska united behind Joseph, unanimously declaring him their next head coach, a savior to transform Nebraska football into a ghetto garbage heap. They dreamed of him kicking whites out, pocketing the profits, and partying at the expense of the state's pale majority. A black power takeover from cheats through cleats. Blacks from all across the state and beyond Nebraska's borders chanted his name, pushing him as the permanent pick because he's one of them. The fake news media piled on, Lincoln Journal-Star, Omaha World Herald, ESPN, all the TV and radio hacks, gushing over him 24/7, plastering his face everywhere to prove they weren't racist. These woke clowns and leftist loons endorsed him nonstop, terrified of looking bigoted, desperate to flaunt their love for a black coach no matter how lousy he was. Nebraska fans joined the circus, publicly cheering Joseph to dodge the racist tag, though plenty muttered their disgust over beers in private. Most Nebraskans, at least outwardly, picked him, a majority too wimpy to admit they only backed him because he's black, not because he could win. Joseph didn't just want a permanent gig. He lusted after to implement the blackness, a communist-trained, white-hating plot to remake the Cornhuskers in his anti-white image. He's a rabid racist, a black power advocate who despises Nebraska's white backbone, scheming to steal its soul while flashing a fake grin at its fans. He was the university's golden boy, unanimously endorsed by every black in the state and primed to be the next head coach because they wanted a black face in that top job. If he just won one or two more games, say, flip Purdue or Minnesota, he might have clinched it, and Alberts, the DI pushing creep, would have caved. But his 3-6 stench was too foul. His coaching so abysmal the athletic director couldn't justify it. On November 27th, 2022, Nebraska tapped Matt Rule instead, shattering Joseph's dream of turning Lincoln into his personal territory. He'd held the state's most important post as interim coach, a perch that defines greatness in Nebraska, and he fumbled it. Not because of bias, but because he's a terrible coach who never earned a thing.